Good morning. And I say good morning because it is currently 3:09 a.m. here in Stoutland. If you're wondering why my voice sounds weird, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm extra hoarse, but that is not going to keep me from opening packs for the new TEPPEN expansion, Haunted by Memories, which just came out, I think maybe an hour or two ago, not that long ago. We also got Zero from the Mega Man X series, so a lot of stuff to be hype about, so I figured I would get up early, just like I did with the last expansion, and pull some packs for you. Plus, I should have luck on my side. I should, because today is my birthday. So we will see if we actually have any birthday luck in our favor today as we open some packs for the brand new expansion. Let's get into it. Just like last time, we're going to start with the free packs. Everybody gets 10 free packs. There were also some pre-release events that gave us some QR codes for some extra packs. That's why I've got more than 10. So if you got some more free packs, then good on you. If you didn't, need to pay attention to that pre-release stuff because you could get some free packs. So here we go. First 10 packs. Got to keep that birthday luck in mind as a factor. So here we go. All right, I don't know what a lot of these do because much like last time, I have not looked at the full website for the full card breakdown. I will do that at some point. That's an epic, but I'm not familiar with it, so we're going to have to look and see. Now, some of these I do recognize from the pre-releases that streamers and a few YouTubers were able to show. There we go. Hey, actually, that is a good card. The Legendary Cami is a good card, so I am not sad to pull that. That's actually a good card. We'll go a little bit further into these once we get deeper. Not okay. That's a good card too. That's actually really good. That is the red legendary that was unveiled on the website, which allows you to deal direct damage to either a unit or a hero. And if you have the memories threshold, which if you're not familiar with memories, that's just the number of action cards you have played in a match. So if the requirement says memory 7, you have to have played 7 actions prior to using this effect to get the memory bonus. So that card's actually pretty good. A lot of people are saying it's definitely a Jill card, but it may also be a Denjin Ryu card, which would be totally hype. So I hope we get some Denjin. That would be sick. Oh, yo, that birthday luck coming in, that birthday luck being a factor. Oh, I am not familiar with that secret art. I don't know if I know what that card does. We'll have to see. All right, 2 secrets and a legendary in the first 10. That ain't bad. Okay, 3 legendaries in the first 10 packs and a secret. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys. I don't know what that one does. We'll have to look. All right, do we keep the luck rolling for the last one? That'd be sick. Okay, no, we're not that lucky. So let's look at Astalos. He is a 3-cost 1/5 with flight. He's a black unit. Now, when played, you sacrifice 3 life. However, it also has Resonate. So black is also... So now every color has some form of Resonate. Every single color. Purple, green got it this expansion. Red had it from the previous expansion with Lucia. And now black also has it too. So Resonate is blurring the lines of the elements, which I'm totally okay with. Resonate +1 attack. That could be good. Just off the bat, like it's like initially when played, it's worse than Crow. But if you resonate once, it basically is Crow, and then it has the potential to get even better. So I actually don't mind this. This could be good for Rushdown. All right, so Agent's Memories. This is the card I was telling you about. So you deal 2 damage to an enemy hero or enemy unit for 2 MP, red legendary action. But if you hit Memory 7, which is that 7 action cards being played prior to this, you will deal 7 damage to an enemy hero or enemy unit instead. This is really good for Jill, who has trouble sometimes with closing out games. This can be your closer. If you have Denjin and you've used this, this becomes a lot of damage. So, you know, even Shinku could find some usage with this potentially. It's not as much damage up front as something like Liberating Slash, but it also doesn't have that drawback. So I do think this card is really good. I am happy to pull it. So this is one I'm not familiar with. This is Hope for the Future. It's a 4 MP cost, green legendary action. It says give all friendly units +1/+1. But if you have Memory 4, additionally, give all units in your hand and EX pocket +1/+1. That's not bad. It kind of strikes me as being really similar to Elite unit number whatever. It's the card that has X, 0, and Sigma on it. It's a green action, elite unit something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's kind of similar to that. It's all right. I'm not initially sitting here thinking, oh wow, this is amazing. But with green decks changing a little bit from some balance changes that are coming into effect with this expansion, it could see play. I don't think it's as strong as other cards in the pack. You would talk about strong. Let's talk about Killer Bee Strike Cammy. So she's a 5-cost 2/5 legendary. She has anti-air off the bat, but if you have memory 4, she gains +1/+1 for each action card in your hand and your EX pocket, which is pretty good. And if you hit memory 7, she gains heavy pierce and agility. Heavy pierce, if you don't remember, because not a lot of cards have it, I wouldn't blame you. But heavy pierce just means that it's going to be dealing its damage even when it strikes an enemy unit. It will still deal the damage to the enemy hero. It's kind of like a souped up version of Trample from Magic the Gathering. So this card is pretty good, and I'm happy to pull it. So yeah, cool. Alright, so we got some other stuff in here too. Let's see what this is. Inborn Powers. Moves a friendly unit to a random open board slot. Give that unit +1/+1. If you have memory 2, you gain +1 MP. That's not bad. It kind of reminds me, it's kind of similar to, well, it's not really similar to Mastery of the Hado, because you get the free MP, and essentially it's just going to cost 1. And it's a pretty decent buff, in all honesty, and it moves it kind of how Ashura Senku does, which is Akuma's hero art. That's pretty cool. I like that Red's got some more methods to ramp just beyond that one Claire Redfield card for Jill decks with the Explorer. So I don't know, this could see play. Anything that gives bonus MP is good. So I think people will find a place for it for sure. We got a new Trish, 4 MP, cost 2/5, so she synergizes with 4s. Now when she dies, she sends 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard and then gives a random unit, a friendly unit other than itself, flight. That part doesn't sound very good. K-Brad's not going to be happy about that, guys. Now this has potential. This is a card that I just looked at. This is Revelation. It's a 2 MP cost purple action that draws 1 card to your EX pocket, which is just like Foresight. But if you have memory 4, it additionally returns 1 random action card from your graveyard to your EX pocket. So you're essentially digging for big actions that you have already played. This could be really good. This already is a more souped up version of Foresight because it costs it costs 1 more. So it costs 1 more than Foresight. But that bonus effect could be really, really devastating. So we will just have to see. But I do think this card has potential for sure. Don't mind me moving where my head is. I've realized after the fact that you guys would probably like to see the full artwork for the cards. So we're going to move my head. So let's take a look at this. This is Manuela Hidalgo. This is one of those cards that I tweeted about and I mentioned in my video last week when we reviewed the cards that we already knew. And I said, you want to talk about insanity? This card is insane. So it's a 3-cost 2/5, which is a pretty good stat spread for its cost. And it has memory 2. And if you hit that threshold, it adds 1 action card from your deck to the EX pocket. Which is bonkers. The amount of value you get out of this card is way up there. So this is a card to watch for sure. This is a card to watch. Let's go with our final 2 free packs. Final 2 free packs, and then we'll start spending some sweet Zenny. Let's see what we get. Will that birthday luck continue? All right, we got an epic. That ain't bad. Out of 2 packs. So what does it do? This is Miraculous Awakening. Gives it's 2 MP, purple action. Gives a friendly unit death, returns itself to the EX pocket. Memory 4, additionally, give that unit on death +2 MP. Just like I mentioned before with that red action, any card that gives more MP is automatically good. It's automatically playable. Now, whether or not it will see a ton of play, we will just have to see. Because the effect itself kind of makes a unit like Crimson Viper, which is what she has, which is when she dies, she goes back to the EX pocket. So that's not bad for your big scary units. It's actually not even bad for some of your smaller units that can still have good board impact. And the bonus MP is just icing on the cake. And purple will generally always play tons of actions. So hitting that 4 will not be difficult for most decks. I say most because there are always exceptions to that rule. Okay, this is interesting. This has the wording of something new in it. So this is Armor Shredder Technique. It's a 3 MP cost purple action that gives a friendly unit Reverberate. So Reverberate says that Resonate will trigger an additional time when an action card is used. This effect can stack. So you can put Reverberate on something more than one time for potential huge resonates, and it has memory for additionally gain +2 MP. So, my initial impression from this card is it's actually not bad, depending on the situation that you put it in and depending on the unit that you put it on. Because, there's already a double resonate effect. It just takes way too long to trigger, and that's Dante's Ebony and Ivory, which is just not very good. This is a better version of that hero art, and what's great about it is you get the bonus MP. There's a lot of cards that we've looked at so far that give bonus MP, which something that I have said from the beginning, and a lot of other people have been saying, is that more colors should be able to ramp, and that's because green just having the ability to ramp makes it really, really, really good, because ramp across the board is good. So more cards having the ability to give bonus MP, even if it's conditional, is I think a step in the right direction. I think. We'll have to see. Let's spend some Zenny, shall we? 10 more packs. Again, guys, I'm so sorry that I'm under the weather. I know I sound weird. So I hope that it's not too off-putting for you. My voice being a lot deeper than it normally is. All right, the luck not being as strong in this pack batch. Did we use up all of our birthday luck? We might have. That's the new V and Krauser. I don't think the Krauser is that good. I can't remember what the V does. Okay, now that's a good card. I do remember that. I do remember the red. The red is a good unit. I'll tell you what, though, we're not getting tons of super good purple stuff, which I may have to get myself crafting for that 0 deck guide, which is coming. It'll be coming as soon as possible. Okay, there we go. So we got, I don't know what either of those do. Okay, so lots of stuff to look at. So this is Chain of Fist. It's a Cody card, and I really like the artwork on it too. So it's a 1 MP red action. It deals +2 damage, equal to the number of times Chain of Fist was played this battle to a random enemy unit. So it's kind of like Chain Fire, which is a Fei Long epic action that came out with Core. So it deals +2 damage equal to the number of times Chain of Fist. Okay, so at base, this would deal 5 damage, if I'm understanding this correctly. Oh, no, it wouldn't. It would only deal 2 damage initially. So it deals 2 damage. So this card will deal 2 damage initially. But the more times you use it, it will obviously get more powerful. And 1 MP for that amount of damage with no drawback is pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Because you think about the more common action that's used in that vein is Trust Amid Suspicion, which is 2 MP for 4 damage, but you also give your opponent a card in their EX pocket. This, after you've used 1, if you're running 3, which I imagine if you're going to run this, you will run 3, is a lot better. Cold Front, it's a 3 MP cost purple action, returns all enemy units with attacks of 1 or less to their decks. It's not bad. It's not bad. I guess it gives purple an effective way to get rid of green batteries, which is nice, because other cards like, the black element has a lot of ways to deal with the batteries and to bounce them and to destroy them. So this is kind of a purple way of doing it. I don't know how much this will see play because it's very specific, and I'm not super sure how strong green decks will be in comparison to black decks this time around. It's it's going to take some time for the meta to shift and shape and for people to get their hands on these cards and experiment. But initially, I'm not a super impressive card. Now V is quite a bit different. So V is a 5 MP cost 1/8 that says when he is played, if there is an action card in your EX pocket, which a lot of times there will be if you're playing purple, you return a random enemy unit with an attack of 2 or less to the EX pocket, which isn't bad. A body and an effect is pretty good. Especially if you're bouncing something, which can end up being really effective. Shoutouts to Beltway. Krauser I talked about in my video from last week. He's basically Alexia Ashford, just not as good. And even if you hit the memory 7 threshold, you know, yeah, he becomes a little bit better. He becomes a 5/10. But you know, the effect that you can get a lot cheaper with Alexia if you just ascend. I'm pointing this one out because I am being proven wrong. I pointed out that I thought there wouldn't be a single new growth unit for this expansion because we didn't actually get a new growth unit at all from the last expansion. But it appears that I was wrong because we have a new Gate and he has growth. So this is Gate. He's a 3 MP cost 2/5 black unit with growth level 3. At level 2, he gains death, deals 1 MP. So essentially he becomes a Junie. And then at level 3, he gains +4/+4 and destroys himself after 1 attack, which is kind of a spike dive bomby sort of situation. I want to talk about this one because I think it's a very interesting mechanic and the card itself is very unique. So it's Exposed Evil Eye. It's a 3 MP purple action that gives MP boost 30 to your hero for 35 seconds. So it goes to your hero, not the unit, which is unique. We have never seen this before, which means that there is no way to get that MP boost to stop, even if they were to pop the unit. So you're going to get the full duration of the MP boost 30, which is the equivalent to a layer. Layer provides MP boost 30, which is a green unit that's been around for a while. That could be good, especially if you're using this in response to something else and you get to cast it for 1 MP. And then you get the full MP boost. This could be a card to watch. The ramp is interesting. There's a lot of ramp in this expansion. So it's kind of cool that the hero gets the MP boost, so you make sure that you get the full duration, as long as you don't lose in the span between that first 35 seconds after you use it. 10 more, gang. Let's do it. Another Krauser. Boo. I'll never play that unit. I guess I use him for soul. Ooh, I don't know what that is. That's a new one. Or that's another new one too. That's really high. It was an 8 cost 3/5. The effect better be bonkers. Alright, so not as exciting. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's take a look at this Sherry. She's an 8 MP cost 3/5. When played, she places 1 Mercenary by Blood on the field. Now, when placed on the field, gains +1 HP every 5 seconds. So she gets a free auto heal on her. So this will be dependent on whether or not people play her. So Mercenary by Blood is the Jake card. So it is a 4 cost 2/5. With memory 4, gains +2 attack and shield. So if you hit memory 4, not only do you get Sherry, you also get a 4/5 with a shield. And then she also has the auto heal, though I don't know, that's really expensive. It's really expensive for what you get. I guess the value in and of itself is not bad, because if you look at it, like, split it up into the fact that you're paying 4 MP for either unit. So 4 MP for a 4/5 with a shield is good. 4 MP for a 3/5 with an auto heal on it is not bad. So I guess when you sit in it and you break it down, it's not that bad. It's just a really big commitment. It's just a really big MP commitment out of the gate to get that kind of stuff. And if you play it without memory, it's not as good. So, the jury's out on this one. Nello Angelo. Yo, I like the artwork on this card. So when on the field, he gains +4 attack if there are no other friendly units. So he becomes a 5/8. That's not bad. But how often are you playing where you only have 1 unit on the board and you're guaranteed to win unless you've just had advantage the entire time? That's the only thing that makes me iffy about this card, is the conditional effect. So that +4 attack will go away whenever you play another friendly unit, which is a bit of a bummer. This probably won't see a ton of play, even though 5 MP for a 5/8 is not bad. You probably won't see this played all that much. Oh well, not too bad of a start. We've got some things to build upon, so there you go. We opened some packs. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was a little insightful for you. I will have a 0 deck guide this week. I don't know the specific day, but I will have a 0 deck guide this week. It's just going to take me some time. time to sit down, tinker around with the cards, but I will get it to you as soon as I can. I hope you have a good rest of your Monday. I will check in with you guys later. See ya.